Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We currently are about to discuss Keith Thurman destroying Brock Jarvis. Thurman versus Spence being next. You know what I'm saying? That's not a rumor, or nothing like that. I just want to talk about that subject in particular. Then we're going to get into Mazuma TV's updated pound-for-pound list. Man, there is so much that has gone on in the sport since we've last put together the pound-for-pound list. So we're going to update it. And I'm going to need y'all help in doing so, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to Forever Dedicated. He said, Mark, one of very few people that calls me by my name on here. That's funny. My father knows somebody who does some sponsorships for a couple fighters in PBC. Tank Roach 2 done deal for May. Edwin Frank undercard. What you thinking? I mean, if that's the reality, that's shit. That's a hell of a card. Just with them two fights alone. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Tank does take the immediate rematch with Roach. That definitely needs to be done. That needs to be figured out. We need to know if Roach is really that good or Tank was slipping that day. That's something we have to come together to see. And Edwin De Los Santos coming off of a layoff, not being in the ring since 2023. And, Frank Martin coming off of a scary knockout loss against Gervonta Davis. I think that'll be an interesting comeback fight for both of them. A dangerous comeback fight for both of them. And, on some real shit, man, this may very well be a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely going to get into that, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Forever Dedicated said, and once it's announced, I was the first one to tell you, okay, I'll spin the block. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember this. You feel what I mean? So if it comes out to be true and that's actually what's going on, then I'm going to definitely give Forever Dedicated his props. Shout out to Chris O.Y. He says, hashtag men's mental health. Cook up tonight, my brother. That's exactly what we're going to do. You already know what it is. Coffee Plant said, countdown back. Yes, sir. Great Gambino. Back with the countdown. Well, listen, man, StreamYard, I think like every month they give you a certain amount of hours that you can stream for free. Then after that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to go back to the YouTube shit. So I think that's just how I'm going to be. I'm going to just be going back and forth. You heard? You know what I mean? So these motherfuckers act right with these prices. You heard? Coffee Plant said, StreamYard, absolutely. Paga Petit, yo, what up? StreamYard is in the building. We was expecting you. He says, bro, my job is finished. Push you to come back, and you did. Hyped it up, too. Hope you continue to have great streams. I'm going to have great streams regardless of whatever platform I'm on, man. That's just how Mazuma TV give it up. But, you are a big endorser of StreamYard, and I like the confidence that you have in StreamYard. You feel what I mean? Hopefully you have some type of influence in StreamYard and you can get these motherfuckers to drop their prices because $45 a month is unacceptable. There should be no reason why you cost more than YouTube Premium. There's no reason why you cost more than Netflix, Hulu, or any of that shit. It's absolutely unacceptable. You got to hit them people up, you know what I'm saying, or at least sponsor Mazuma TV. You know what I'm saying? So I can get a lifetime supply of StreamYard services. You know what I'm saying? We need something going on, man. What the fuck is going on in these streets? Boxer Expert, what up? Go ahead and hit the likes, y'all. Go ahead and hit the likes. We got some things that we need to discuss. Have y'all niggas ever had them dry freeze candies, bro? I first had it when I went to New York with my girl and shit. But now they selling them at Wawa. And this shit is a game changer. This shit was a game changer. This shit costs more than the zone description. That's what I'm saying. God damn. Half a bean a month? Y'all niggas crazy. Boxing Expert said, I set an alarm for Thurman versus Brock. Was not disappointed. I was actually going to do the same thing, my brother, but I had actually, completely forgot about it. You know what I mean? Because I had a lot of shit going on yesterday. I didn't even go live yesterday. I was tired of shit, too. I ain't even going to lie to you. I had my son, and I was tired. But, man, when I woke up in the morning, I seen Keith Thurman celebrating and shit. I was like, damn. And I was like, let me see how he won. Then I went back and watched the fight. Bro, he beat the shit. Man, he beat the shit out of Brock Jarvis, man. Brock ain't deserved to be in there with Keith Thurman. He wasn't ready, wasn't experienced enough. And he didn't have the tools necessary. You know what I'm saying? Now that could just be like he's just not that level of a fighter. But the inexperience definitely didn't help him neither. The first round, it was a light round for Thurman and shit. Brock was a little confident in the beginning, trying to, show him his strength and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then like second round, I seen Keith Thurman letting his hands go a little bit. He you know what I'm saying? Keith definitely slowed down in my opinion in comparison to what I've seen with Keith. But the hand speed is still solid. It's not as fast as it used to be in my opinion. It looked like Keith Thurman was pushing his jab at times. I don't know exactly if that's just like from his injuries or whatever the case is, but it looked like he was pushing his jab a little bit. But then in the third round, he placed a good body shot on Brock Jarvis. And I knew something was wrong because Brock Jarvis' body language wasn't totally bad, but he went from trying to be on the front foot, trying to be on the front foot. Then when he got hit with the body shot, suddenly he's on the back foot. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, he definitely felt that. And Keith Thurman, with the high caliber fighter he is, or what, him being a high level fighter for all these years, he could sense when somebody is hurt. You feel what I mean? And Keith Thurman put them combinations together. Brock Jarvis made a rookie move and, shelled up with his hands. He shelled up. He shelled up in front of Keith Thurman, looking directly at the ground. And Keith Thurman hitting with a lead uppercut, man. And that was pretty much the end of it. The dude got back up. Brock Jarvis, he made the count. You know what I'm saying? The referee let him go. I don't know why he let him go, but regardless, Keith Thurman put together a combination, put him back down. And that was the end of the fight. The fight literally only went 3 rounds. And, Keith Thurman, you could tell he prepared properly. He looked he looked solid on the scale and shit like that. But you could tell he didn't think much of Brock Jarvis. I never heard him disrespect any fighter how the way he disrespected Brock Jarvis. He was telling him that he called this nigga a chicken wing. He said the nigga was a chicken wing and that, Tim Tszyu is the steak. He said, you ain't nothing but an entree, nigga. You a chicken wing. Was calling me robot. He said that he a robot. And Keith Thurman just flexed on that, man. He knew that there was levels. He knew that Brock ain't belonging there with him because of what he's done so far in his career. Although Keith is injury prone and he's been inactive and shit like that, you could tell Keith still got something left in the tank. You feel what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman, you could tell he was happy to be in there. He still has the enthusiasm for boxing, so that's a great sign. And, they asked Keith what was next for him. And, Keith had mentioned a few names and shit like that. Surprisingly, I never heard him call him out. Called out Jermell Charlo. Called out Earl Spence. And, he's still looking for the Tim Tszyu fight because Australia has some sort of interest in Keith Thurman from what I've been seeing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what it is. No limit promotions in general over there in Australia. They've been really interested in Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because they just trying to make Tim Tszyu a bigger star. So I guess they need Keith in order to do so. But Tim Tszyu has taken some step back since then, and he's about to fight Joey Spencer, which I believe he should dispose of Joey Spencer. If he doesn't, then that just means that Tim Tszyu doesn't have it. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespect to Joey Spencer, but, Joey Spencer had fought an entire lineup of nobodies, goes up against Jesus Ramos, gets the dog shit beat out of him. And then I think he had like 1 win since then against a total nobody. Now he's about to go in there with Tim Tszyu. So I don't know exactly what's going on with Joey Spencer. He was a decorated amateur from what I understand. But in my personal opinion, I don't think Joey Spencer is really hungry. Like, I see how the way that kid lived. It looked like he's not really needing of anything. It looked like he came from a stable home. Like, they the type of white family. They got a black son. That lets you know that they getting money. He be hunting and he Joey Spencer, you know what I'm saying? I feel like and I could be wrong, because when I used to watch his old interviews back in the day, you could tell he was like all wide-eyed and, really enthused by boxing and shit like that. But like, I don't know, at this point in time, I see the kid, he married. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a lot of shit going on. But I don't know if he's ready for Tim Tszyu. But if you're going to catch Tim Tszyu at any time, like lacking at any moment, is right now. I mean, back-to-back losses is the best time to catch Tim Tszyu if you're looking to make a statement. Thurman ice Brock Lesnar. This nigga called him Brock Lesnar. Beth Angle, you disrespectful. Dust 22, what up? Rouse said, I seen it. I seen it. Thurman is washed a bit, but he's now too washed where these up and coming guys can beat him. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a solid, fighter to dethrone Keith, you know what I'm saying? Or at least give him his second loss. Like I said, and it might have been the inactivity. It probably isn't even age. It's probably because he hasn't been in the ring in a while. I mean, he ain't been in the ring in 3 years from what I understand, but I tell you what, he looked better than Barrio still. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Boxer Expert says, what you think about one time with Jamel? I think that's a great fight. I think that's a great comeback fight for Jamel. You know, Jamel has been inactive since he fought Canelo Alvarez. He's been laying low. You know what I'm saying? But I'm seeing he back in the gym. I think he just he got something going. I think he just opened the gym, you know, Charlo Athletics or some shit like that. So he got that going on. And, you know, he's been talking about returning as well. So we'll have to wait and see who his comeback opponent is. But you know, I think he got what it takes. I mean, if he's still himself, you see what I mean? Which I'm sure he is. He didn't really take much punishment against Canelo or anything like that. In my personal opinion, I don't think he took like crazy damage. I think he was in survival mode the whole time, and he avoided a lot of like detrimental situations with Canelo. So I think he's reserved and he's rested pretty well. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, come back and still have a lot in the tank. I think that he'll beat Keith Thurman at this point if he's anything like himself. I think the pressure, the power, the conditioning, I think that he'll have Keith Thurman on the back foot all night. I could just see him being relentless and outworking Keith Thurman. He might hurt Keith Thurman. Jamel Charlo is a very big puncher. And what makes Charlo dangerous is that he's not like a Zuli Zhang where, you know, he's a big puncher, but he gasses out early. It's like Jamel gets stronger as the rounds go on. So Keith Thurman will definitely have his hands full. And I don't know if he still has it in him. I don't know if he's youthful enough to be on his toes and box Jamel for 12 rounds. Because that's what he's going to have to do in order to beat him. You feel what I'm saying? So I think Jamel and Keith would, and you know, the build up to that would be spectacular. Keith Thurman, one of the best shit talkers in boxing, and Jamel, he don't really bite. He not a great trash talker, but he don't bite his tongue neither. So it'd definitely be some drama at them press conferences. You feel me? But the fight that I want to talk about more in particular, in all honesty, that's more interesting to me, is Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence. You feel what I'm saying? Now, there's a whole history between these guys, man. When Earl Spence was an up and coming prospect, and then, you know, shortly became a contender, he was calling out Keith because Keith was the guy at the top of the division at the time. He had the IBF. No, wait, he didn't have the IBF. Kell Brook did. He had the WBA. He had the W. What he had? He didn't have the WBO. He had the WBA and the WBC. Yeah, he got the WBA on, you know, after Floyd retired, they elevated him, I believe. And then he got the WBC after beating Danny Garcia. So he became a unified champion. He was the top guy at the time. And Keith Thurman was looking for that fight. But Earl Spence was looking for that fight. Keith Thurman was never, you know, I guess he felt like Earl Spence wasn't worth anything at the time, or he wasn't worth the risk necessary. You probably think that there wasn't any money involved, or whatever the case is. Because I don't know, for whatever reason, he just wasn't interested in the Earl Spence fight. You know, he was looking at Earl Spence like a little nigga. And, you know, due to injuries that Keith Thurman sustained throughout his career and, you know, his inactivity, him admitting to, you know, just turning down fights because it didn't make sense to him. He was just content. You know what I'm saying? And that amount of time, Earl Spence became unified champion himself, actually had 3 of the belts. So he ended up getting more belts than Keith Thurman. And ended up becoming the top dog. And, you know, the tables completely turned. And it ended up being a situation where now Keith Thurman is looking for an opportunity with Earl Spence. And Earl Spence has said on multiple occasions he'll never give Keith Thurman an opportunity. And he even said on Brian Custer's podcast, The Last Stand, fuck Keith. You feel what I'm saying? So he genuinely don't like Keith because Keith was trying to play him on the come up. And now he out here begging for an opportunity now that the tables turned. But he definitely was talking crazy about Bud too. Yeah, and that, you know, the 2 guys that he disregarded when he was on the come up ended up, you know, surpassing him, or at least, you know, remaining relevant or becoming the superior while he was gone. You know what I'm saying? So the tables definitely turned. on Keith when it came to Bud and Spence, and they ended up fighting each other, making crazy paydays, and Bud ended up becoming undisputed, which was something Keith wasn't able to do. He was halfway there, but he didn't complete the mission like Bud did. So, look, man, Earl Spence has been inactive since his loss to Terrence Crawford. He was supposed to fight Sebastian Fundora. That fell through. He blatantly admitted on social media that he was not ready because he went on and said that he's not going to fight until he's ready. So logically speaking, he's telling you that he's not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? He's having trainer issues from what I understand. I think he in Japan. I don't know what the fuck he's doing over there. But, he's trying to put himself in the best situation necessary so that when he goes on this last run, he'll be he giving you everything he has left, right? Keith Thurman, he was inactive after Mario Barrios. And another thing I didn't notice about Earl Spence's next fight that I didn't mention about Earl Spence, his next fight will be at 154. You feel what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, he's been inactive since that fight at 147 against Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios came back and became world champion since then. God damn, Keith Thurman just had his first fight at 154 pounds. Why not have them two fight? They both inactive. You know what I'm saying? They both at 154 pounds. They don't like each other. They both at the same points of their career right now. They ain't got nothing going on. Why not make that fight happen? They got history. You know what I mean? That'll be a good build-up, a good storyline. You know what I'm saying? And that fight will probably sell if they promote it right. I know a lot of people will be tuned in because they're very recognizable names in the game. They've taken some time off, but if they were to fight each other, they pretty much in the same circumstances, so why not? Coffee Plant says, I still think 154 is a hard cut for Spence right now, especially when you announce you were at 54 after Bud and still haven't fought. Where Earl Spence looks like he's not too big right now. He actually looks like he's not too far off in weight, if we being honest. I think that he's learned his lesson from the past. He came out, he said, yo, listen, man, I'm not drinking alcohol no more. That was one of the worst things I've ever done in my career. Taking accountability, and he doesn't look like he's blown up how he usually has in the past. So he's taking a similar, I think he's faced that realization, similar to Devin Haney. Devin Haney will blow up in weight and stuff like that. You're looking at Devin Haney now, look like he on weight right now. It look like he probably like 8 pounds off from fight weight right now. And he don't fight until May 2nd. So, these fighters come to, they come to grips with reality and realize the things that they're doing is wrong. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying? If Earl Spence said he not a fan of tune-ups, Keith Thurman ain't no tune-up. Keith Thurman, he's unorthodox. He still got some speed on him. He got some punching power, obviously. That fucking left uppercut he hit Brock with was devastating. He still got some bounce in his feet. You know what I mean? He still got some explosiveness. I mean, he's not the one time that we seen, in his heyday at 47, but he still got something. And I think it's safe to say that Earl Spence may return and not be the same person that he was prior to the Terrence Crawford fight, prior to the car accident. I think we can all agree to that, right? So why not see them fight each other before it's too late? I said the same shit about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Look, man, they done ran into several losses in their career. Neither one of them are at their peak like they used to be, but they still have something left. So why not fight each other and get a bag? Keith Thurman and Earl Spence can make a good bag off of each other. Earl Spence he could say that he was one of the top dogs at 47 and all that shit, but he didn't beat Keith. And I know I know it wasn't possible because Keith was inactive. He had his injuries and he fell back for a few years, just trying to rehabilitate his body and just not feeling motivated and stuff. But he's back around. He's calling you out. You're not fighting for a world title next. You ain't got shit going on. You ain't got no mandatories, any obligations like that. So why the fuck not? Why not? I think that fight makes a lot of sense. Y'all keep asking for Boots and Thurman. Y'all must not fuck with Thurman. Big Soldier MX said it, and a Sing said it. Well, he asked who I got. He didn't say he wanted it. But Big Soldier MX says, I want to see Boots versus Thurman so Jerron can destroy him. Well, that's exactly what happened. You know, that version of Keith that we seen against Brock Jarvis, he probably would have gave, Boots a few rounds to, figure shit out. But, the youth, the speed, the power, I seen Keith push a couple of his jabs. I think he would have got timed by Jerron with that same overhand he had Delorme with. I mean, he probably would have did a little chicken dance or whatever. And, Keith Thurman, you know how he is with body shots. We don't need to get into that. That's Boot's specialty. So I don't know. I don't think, and to be honest, I don't think Keith Thurman really looking for, fighting them young, hungry champions. I don't think he really want that shit. I think he wants to put himself in the ring with guys who he could make a good bag off of, that he favors himself stylistically against. Like Tim Tszyu, I personally see the holes that Keith Thurman sees in Tim Tszyu game. I know exactly why he wants to fight Tim Tszyu. And for those of y'all who know how the way Tim Tszyu fight, you'll know exactly why. And it's exactly why Bakram Murtazaliev did him dirty. His defense is trash. He's flat-footed. The dude can't really box. Keith Thurman, he could box. He feels like he could outbox him and run him into some shots and possibly hurt him. You know what I'm saying? He believes in his power. They call him one time for a reason. He sees where he could really take. He feels like he favors that fight stylistically. You know what I'm saying? But Jerron Ennis, that's not something that Keith Thurman want to go towards. You know what I'm saying? He was telling everybody and their mom that would listen that if he beat Jerron Ennis today, that it would do nothing for him tomorrow. Meanwhile, he came back off of a 3-year layoff and fought a nigga that we never even heard of besides getting sparked by Liam Paro in one round. And that was Brock Jarvis. So you beat Brock Jarvis today. Did it do something for you tomorrow? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who would you get more respect off of fate or beating? Boots or Jarvis? You don't got to answer that. We know the answer. But then again, I don't expect Thurman to fight Boots off of a 3-year layoff. That's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, Sig, I seen that poster that Boots and Stanley Owners put up. That was fire. That was fire, man. I love what they're doing. I do think they could push it a little bit more. But I think they could push the fight a little bit more, talk about it a little bit more, put it in the media a little bit more. But that poster is fire. That poster is fire. Boots will retire Thurman. I agree with you, Ralph. It's a recipe for disaster, straight up. So Keith Thurman stops Brock Jarvis in 3 rounds, puts on a great fight, a great performance against an inexperienced guy, in all honesty, that he was levels above. But you know what the slogan is, and I say it to my fighters all the time. If they don't belong in there with you, get them the fuck out. Get them out of there. They don't belong in there with you, show them. Get him up out of there. And Keith Thurman did exactly that. That was quick, easy work. That was a 10-rounder. You got him out in 3. Straight like that. So congratulations to Keith Thurman. You done pissed me off in the past, and I done been critical of you in the past, but, it's good to see you back. And hopefully you take this time, you 36 years old, hopefully you take the rest of your career to make some meaningful fights. So if it happens to be Jamel, if it happens to be Spence, I'll be happy with either or. And if you happen to fight Tim Tszyu next, I'll be happy with that fight too, because those are all dangerous fights for you, all competitive fights for you. And if you beat either one of those 3, it might put you in position to possibly fight for a title. Keith Thurman's a name. All he needs is a statement. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal opinion, man. Congratulations to Keith Thurman. Coffee Plan said, Mark, you in Atlantic City April 12th. Unfortunately, I am not. That happens to be on a weekend that I have my son. And y'all already know how I am with my son, man. I don't really really, I don't prioritize anything over spending time with my son. You know what I'm saying? So um, I could just get a babysitter and just go to the fights. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I'm sure my mom or whoever that's close to me would do that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It make like if it's my weekend, I feel like I should be the one spending time with him, not anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. So I won't be, but you'll know I'll be there on the couch. I'm saying I'll be on the couch watching and supporting from a distance. You know what I mean? So salute, salute the Stan Eunice and Boots for making a brilliant fight. So let's get into this because I think it's time that we update our pound for pound list, man. I don't think any new names need to be put on. Honestly, I think we did pretty good with. I think we did pretty good with our list, but I do think there needs to be some rearranging. Honestly, so let's do it. So let me actually pull up the list right here. Let me actually see if I can pull it up on Google Docs real quick because I think that's where I had made it the last time. Yep, it's right here. So let me actually share the screen for y'all to see. G-Bo, what up? Yeah, Boots definitely need to use his jab. If he do, he'll be cool. Just like how he did against Vila, bro. You copy and paste that same style, he'll stop standing on this. That's just my personal opinion. But Mazuma TV's updated pound for pound list. And let me go back to the date in which we had made this list. And this was, let me see. Let's see. We had made this 4 months ago. A lot of shit has changed in 4 months, people. So, number 1, Terrence Crawford. Number 2, Alexander Usyk. Number 3, Naoya Inoue. Number 4, Artur Beterbiev. 5, Bam Bivol. 6, 7, Haney Shakur. 8, Junto Nakatani. 9, and then number 10, David Benavidez. This is ironic how the Ring magazine just put David Benavidez number 10, right? That's crazy. Yeah, 4 months ago. So we was pretty much ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, they put Tank, but it's like, you already know how we feel about that, man. A lot of people was upset because Tank is not on our pound for pound list. But at the end of the day, since when did we give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's my response to that. Marissa, what's going on? Slime, what up? Tank there? What you mean Tank there? Tank ain't on my list. He was on Ring Magazine's list, and they dropped him after the Lamont Roach fight. And they replaced him with Benavidez. My thing is, Benavidez has been fighting better fighters anyway. Why the fuck shouldn't he be ahead of Tank? Crawford being so inactive hurts him, in my opinion. In terms of the pound for pound list, absolutely. I don't think it has been affecting his performances yet. And it's just some people that's just not affected by ring rust, bro. Like we seen Floyd take a pretty solid layoff, then look fucking marvelous, damn near perfect against Juan Manuel Marquez. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. Then I don't know. Floyd to take 2 years off and still look shitty sharp. I don't know. It's just some people that beat. And then another thing, we seen Mikey Garcia take a long layoff, and then he came back against like Rojas or whatever, his Elio Rojas or something like that, and he didn't look affected at all. If Boots KO Stanionis, does it put him pound for pound? He might just crack the list. I don't know. You gotta respect. You gotta respect him becoming unified. You say you would still put Bam above Benavidez. I mean, of course, he's above. Bam is above Benavidez on this list. So of course. Yeah, like you beating Caleb Plant. Well, I mean, if you include the Ring magazine, it's 3 belts, right? But You know, when you talk about the 4 belt era, people not bringing up the Ring magazine. They talking about the WBO, WBA, WBC, IBF, right? But technically, it will be 3 belts. Big Soldier, you right. So, should we put Virgil on the list? What, pound for pound? Virgil Ortiz? Because he beat, I mean, he beat Bohachuk and Mazuma back to back. The thing is, it's like, I don't know. He ain't got no world titles, man. Like I said, the pound for pound list, resume, which Virgil has been stepping up in, accolades. Oh man, yo, if Virgil keeps this up, absolutely. If Virgil keeps this up, absolutely. But like I said, I like to base these pound for pound lists on resume first, accolades second, skill set third, right? And I'm not, and this is not me like outweighing each one. I think they're all important. But the reason why I put skill set third is because you can have all the skills in the world, but if you ain't never won a world title or won multiple world titles, become unified, undisputed, or whatever, and then if you don't have a resume, like if you ain't fight nobody, who gives a fuck how skilled you are? If you're not really putting it to the test and you're not accomplishing anything. Junto fought nobody, but he's been dominant. He's been dominant. He got the accolades, though. You said interim. Yeah, we don't respect interims. How many weight classes has Junto ran up? He got his first world title. He got his first world title at 112. Right? Then he got his at 115. Then he got another one at 115. Then he went to 118 and got another one. So that's a 3-division world champion right there. And he got, his resume ain't the deepest, but at the same time, he got the accolades and he got the skill set. So you gotta give that man some respect. You know what I mean? So he got 3 champs on his resume. Let's look back. Let me see. Damn, he fought a nigga that was 76-1. What the fuck? God damn. That's a crazy ass record. He Thailand, he might be one of the Muay Thai fighters. He looked like it. I think Maloney's one of them. Angel Acosta. Angel Acosta, Andrew Maloney. Would the other one be Alexandro Santiago? I know Angel Acosta. He's from Puerto Rico. I know he was world champion, I believe. Yeah, he was world champion. But anyways, I don't know who was on those 76 wins, but that is a crazy record to be 76-1 in today's age. Okay, so he got 4 world champions. Impressive. Bro, Slime, I don't want to read your pound for pound list, bro. We trying to be serious over here. Let me see. It said bums. That's crazy. Big Soldier talking crazy. What was bro doing? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back. Let me see. Let's look back. He did my boy dirty though. Junto knocked my boy out from Puerto Rico. Motherfucker. Junto, let's see that nigga that he just beat. That's 76-1 nigga. His name is Tasana Salapat. He from Thailand, and he how the way he positioned his hands, he looked like a Muay Thai fighter. But damn. He turned pro in 2011. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He fought 9 times in 1 year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times another year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 7. So he's as active as fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1 year, not bad. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So he's just fighting like it's just like non-stop rumbling for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like 5 times a year. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. That's a lot of fucking fights. It's a lot of fights. Who said what? Who said where's Tank? Yeah, sir. Where's Canelo? We don't put drug cheese on our pound for pound list. Archer Beterbiev was a little shaky too. I remember that high levels of testosterone. They lucky they ain't find shit. We don't put drug cheese on our pound for pound list. No heavyweights neither, because the whole pound for pound list was to celebrate guys in smaller weight classes. We know the heavyweights could beat the guys in the smaller divisions. Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, the pound for pound list would probably be filled with heavyweights. You know what I mean? Unless you moved up to heavyweight like Alexander Usyk did, if you a full-fledged heavyweight, you don't belong on a pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with the top. Is Terrence Crawford still number 1 pound for pound? This nigga slime, bro. He keep playing. Seems like the general consensus is no. Me personally, I'm putting Usyk number 1. I'm putting Usyk number 1. You know what I mean? So let's just do that. No disrespect to Terrence Crawford, man, but Alexander Usyk, and he's even admitted that Usyk, you know, if he was, I think Terrence Crawford said it on Twitter. If somebody were to say, you know, Usyk was pound for pound number 1, he wouldn't even trip. So that leaves a number 2 spot open. Do we put Crawford there? Do we move Naoya Inoue up? What are we doing? I don't think I see like on a lot of people's list, Inoue is over Crawford, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't feeling that shit. You know what I mean? If there's gonna be anybody you put above Terrence Crawford right now, it's Usyk. Just my opinion. I don't know how anybody else feel. Bud too, Inoue down. Man, Bud and Mazuma was clear. What you mean that was close? Anyway, got the accolades. I think his resume is lacking depth though, man. Like you beat Nonito. Uh, you beat Stephen Fulton. I'm gonna give you that. Cause I know how good Stephen Fulton is. He just came back and became champion. But it's like, could we give him Nary? I don't know, man. Ain't Nary a drug cheat? Fulton's a 3-time world champion, actually. He had 2 belts. He had 2 division world champion. He had 2 belts at 22. And now he got 1 belt at 26. So that's a 3-time world champion in 2 different weight classes. I'll give him Nary. I'll give him that. But I don't know. I like Bud. That Earl Spence win was huge. That Sean Porter win was huge in my opinion. Majimov, solid dude. And y'all love giving Tank credit for the Pedraza win, so I'm gonna give Terrence Crawford the credit for the undefeated Gamboa win. Anyway, competition went down a little. Look, man, I'm gonna put Bud there. Niggas can say whatever they want. That man, a 4 division world champion, been a champion for what 11, going on 11 years already. You know what I mean? I think he got the more notable names in my opinion over NUA. That's just me. Are we keeping NUA at number 3? Are we keeping NUA at number 3? I think we should keep him there. What y'all think? Is there anybody we putting above NUA? He said, yeah, unfortunately. That's crazy. Niggas hating on bullies. Who you want there then? Jibo said, yeah, that's a go. So we got 3, 4 yeses and 1 no. Bivol number 4. We gonna get to that. Slow your rolls, big soldier. I know you excited. We at number 3 right now. What we doing? I don't really hate NUA. I was kind of salty when he beat Fulton, but I like his style, bro. I like how short his punches are, how explosive he is, how fast he is. He could box. He could do a little bit of everything. He got up off the canvas and act like nothing happened. Went and got the knockout. Like I like his mentality. I like his style. He throw his uppercuts, bang, that should be short, bang, bang. Ain't that what he knocked out Nary with? He bang, bang. Anyway, little Tank. I think they fight a little different, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, anyway, showed me who he was after that Fulton one. The way he completely neutralized Fulton, bro. Fulton couldn't find his range with him. The speed was just too much. He was getting the better of every exchange. It was dominant, bro. From an IQ stand, it wasn't just like he blasted Fulton out the water. Like he dismantled him, neutralized him. Then he took him out. You're not Greg Gambino. You're not familiar with Nonito Donaire? Nonito Donaire, a fucking legend. Luis Neri, former world champion. You gotta put some respect on his name. You know what I mean? Fulton was scared like Frank Martin. I don't think he was scared at all. They threw Fulton in the dungeon early in his career. If you look at his resume, bro. You know what I mean? I just think he was outmatched. That's all. That's all I think. I think he was just outmatched. And I think there was a little bit of underestimating on Fulton's part based off of what I heard, what transpired at his camp. But I ain't going to get into that. So we're going to keep Nayu and NUA at number 3. He knocked out Emmanuel Rodriguez, champion. I remember him. They was trying to big him up in Puerto Rico. Yeah. Emmanuel Rodriguez he went over there and was being super disrespectful. To Palas, I remember that. Maloney. Did Maloney dirty. Was Maloney that short right hand? Hitting with like a short right hand? I love them short shots, bro. Damn, Coffee playing hating on anyway. He said, all right, next. That was the one he hit. Maloney is the one he hit with that short right hand, right? He took his head off the line a little bit. Bang! Dropped that shit on him. Yeah, bro. I love that shit, bro. Them short shots be my favorite. Especially on the inside. That's my shit. I hate them wide ass hooks niggas be throwing. I like my shit. Boop, 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 boop. The shorter it is, the quicker it get there. Yeah. So we're going to keep NUA there. Artur Betterbeef and Dimitri Bivens right below him. What we doing, y'all? Mayday Mamba says trashiest list in boxing history. Mayday Mamba. You already know what to do. I ain't got to say nothing to him. Niggas is corny as shit. Does Bivol hit number 4 pound for pound? Seems like that's the general consensus. Coffee Plan says yes. Big Soldier says yes. Anonymous says yes. Why Jibo said no? What happened, Jibo? Oh, okay. You say yes too. Cool. All right. This is going by pretty smooth. It's probably going to get a little bit rocky at the end. So we're going to put Dimitri Bivol at number 4. I got a question for y'all. Do we drop Bam to number 6 and Betterbeef goes to number 5? It was a competitive scrap. What y'all thinking? Are we dropping Bam to number 6, or are we keeping him at number 5 and putting Betterbeef number 6? Is Bivol and Betterbeef trading places? In your opinion, Bam is 6? Betterbeef stays? What you mean Betterbeef stays? Betterbeef at 5? Let me put a poll up. Cause I'm getting Bam gets dropped. Okay, anyway, got dropped too. Shit. I seen Betterbeef get dropped. I seen Dimitri Bivol get hurt. I seen Devin Haney get dropped. I seen David Benavidez get dropped. Most of these niggas on this list got dropped. So what are we talking about? It does matter, Big Soldier. That's why we making this list. It does matter. So Betterbeef at 5 and Bam drops to 6. All right, I think that's the move. I seen Bud get wobbled, and Kyle Velasquez dropped him technically. All right, Betterbeef number 5 and Bam drops to number 6. No disrespect to Bam. Bam is one of my favorite fighters. Y'all know that. But the accolades and the resume, it's hard to put Bam over Artur, man. But I remember them high levels of testosterone that they let slide, bro. Come on your ass, pause. All right. Now this is where it might get a little rocky because now we switched out Better Beef and Bam, right? Cool. We put Bivol at number 4. So what we've modified so far: Usyk number 1, Crawford number 2, NUA stays at 3. I think he was already at 3. Bivol jumps up to number 4. Better Beef takes a tumble to number 5. Bam is dropped to number 6. Devin Haney, Shakur, Junto, and Benavidez. How is 7 through 10 looking right now? Why is Bam on the list? Are you like genuinely asking, or you feel like Bam don't deserve to be on that list? Bam's skill set, his resume, he got a little bit of all three. Bam is one of very few people who moved up 2 weight classes and became champion. Carlos Quadras, Sor Rungvisai, Juan Francisco Estrada, Sonny Edwards. Come on, man. That boy he building up a nice little resume over there. You know what I'm saying? He building up a nice little resume. They calling him the Legend Slayer. You heard? I hope he get that. They was talking about he might fight Chocolatito. I don't know what happened with that, but I mean, or he might unify at 115. But regardless, he got a nice little resume going on over there. Shout out to him for Quadras and Sor Rungvisai back to back. Gotta put some respect on his name. Outclass Carlos Quadras. Stop Sor Rungvisai. And hold on real quick. No, never mind. I was gonna say that. That's not true. And Sonny Edwards was an undefeated man, and you can make a case that he pretty much ruined Sonny Edwards' career. You know what I mean? You thought he already unified? Who you talking about, Bam? He unified at 112. He at 115 now, bro. He only got, I think he only got the WBC at 115. I just took it down, but I didn't see. He only got the WBC right now. Sonny had a belt at 112, bro. He at 115 now. All right. Like I said, how is 7 to 10 looking? Does anything need to be changed? Does Shakur move up? Is Devin Haney still above Shakur? Junto, Benavidez. Does anything change? What are we debating, y'all? Who belongs over who? And you know what's crazy? Niggas is acting like Devin Haney ain't no pound for pound fighter. That shit is hilarious to me. That shit is hilarious to me. He got cheated by a drug cheat. That's what I was thinking, Anonymous. I said, if we move up Shakur, it's because he was more active than Devin. But I seen on the Ring Magazine's pound for pound list that Shakur's not even on it. I'm like, damn. Okay. Core has no names at 35 right now. Is that his fault? Is that his fault? Like I said, resume, which Shakur is lacking at 135 right now, but can you blame him? Accolades, Shakur has the accolades. That's a 4-time world champion in 3 different weight classes. He got the skill set. He's one of the most skilled fighters in the world. So we just sticking by the criteria, brother. Shakur is 8. Okay, so based off what you're saying, he stays there. It's a little bit quiet in here, man. What we doing? What we doing? Should this list stay the same and I leave it like this? Activity-wise, Shakur. I might just move Shakur up for the time being. And if May 2nd, Devin looks phenomenal, that's another champion, another unified champion on his resume. And you probably going to have to put him above Shakur. So that's what I'm going to do, man. For the time being, we can always update this. I'm going to put Shakur over Haney. We're not going to disrespect Devin Haney, man. Shakur. Him not being on a pound-for-pound list is absolutely disrespectful, in my opinion. Just because he got cheated by a drug cheat, they just want to diminish everything he's ever done. But not over here, my friend. Okay. So now we got Junto and David Benavidez. Are we keeping it like this? I'll tell you what. Let's say Benavidez and Bivol's next. Great Gambino says, she and Shakur on a pound-for-pound list over Tank is wild, but his last fight, I get it. Great Gambino. I don't see how that's wild. I'm going to tell you why. I got my reasons. It's due to Gervonta Davis' lack of urgency to fight the top competition in his division. This happened at 130. This happened at 135. And when he went up to 140, he didn't fight the best guy at 140. Dev has better names than Cora, but activity counts. Absolutely. I think we should start including that on the pound-for-pound list. Activity. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna keep the 3. But Tank passes the skill set department. Accolades, resume. Like, there's no excuse for Tank to have the resume that he has at this point in time. He's one of the biggest draws in the sport. You can make a lot of these fights happen, bro. It's not like he's heavily avoided, bro. He's one of the cash cows. If somebody sends an offer, most likely it's going to be the biggest payday these guys have ever received. And most likely they'll take it because money talks and bullshit walks, right? So why is it that Tank is this huge draw, selling out arenas and, he's selling this many pay-per-views? He can't get an elite level fighter on his event with him. He always got to move somebody up in weight or put a rehydration clause on a bigger guy or some bullshit like that, bro. We done spoke about this time and time again. Tank has only legitimately had 2 belts that was legitimate world titles. Is the WBA that he has now, which he was elevated to, because he was WBA regular, bro. He had to be elevated to that. So he didn't technically earn his title. You feel what I'm saying? Wait, did he get a second title? He got a second title at 130, right? He had the IBF. They stripped him because he missed weight. I think he grabbed a WBA. So I think Tank got 3 world titles. That's legit, right? I'm tripping. Tank was never unified, but I think he got 2 different belts at 130 at the same time. Let me check real quick. I think he had the WBA. Hold on, let's take a little trip down memory lane. So he had the IBF, right? Cool. Did he not? Hold on. He beat Pedraza for the IBF. He defended it a couple times. Cuellar, he didn't have it no more. I must be tripping. Wait, but then I don't think BoxRec acknowledges the WBA anymore. Damn, I hate that BoxRec don't include them no more. That's fucking weird, bro. He defended it against Fonseca too. No. He missed weight against Fonseca. Never mind. I remember that's who he missed weight against. But anyways, listen, man. Gervonta Davis could have easily been on this list. He could have easily fought better opposition. He chose not to. And then whenever you ask him, he get frustrated and talk about how they not worth it, or they don't bring nothing to the table, or black fighters don't sell. How the fuck black versus black don't sell? That shit was easily disproven by Mazuma TV, but it is what it is. Turkey has a site. Lamont Black. That was what was so ironic, because Coach Calvin said that, and he fought Frank Martin, and then he fought Lamont Rhodes right after that. Honorable mention, Stephen Fulton, absolutely. Shout out to Stephen Fulton for coming back. You know what I'm saying? One of Philly's finest. Pause. Lamont was a cherry pick gone wrong. Yes, he was. All right, so I guess we're keeping this list the same, man. So we made some adjustments here. I think this is a pretty solid list, regardless of what the fuck that Mamba faggot had to say. You know what I'm saying? Usyk number 1, Crawford number 2, Inoue number 3, 4 Dimitri Bivol, 5 Better Beef, 6 Bam. No disrespect to Bam, man. We love you, man. You know what I'm saying? You're one of my favorite fighters of this generation. Salute. Shakur number 7, Devin 8. We switched them up due to inactivity, and Shakur actually, being around the block recently. Junto Nakatani number 9, David Benavidez number 10. Solid list. But like I was saying, if David Benavidez gets this fight with Bivol, and he beats Bivol and becomes undisputed at light heavyweight, he's going to catapult above this list. He easily hitting top 5. Easily hitting top 5. Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andre, Alexander Volzdik, fucking David Morrell, and then Dimitri Bivol, top 5. Top 5. The motherfucker had more world titles. I put him above Junto, but hey, man. If he cracked that motherfucking top 5, if he beat Bivol, tell you that right now. He might take Bivol's spot at number 4. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He catapulting above that list. That's what's going on. But we'll see. That's easier said than done, obviously. So good list, y'all. I think we actually I'm gonna screenshot this and upload this. And I want to see exactly what the people say. All back-to-backs, no tune-up. Yeah. Benavidez on a mission. Nothing changed, to be honest. Only a couple. Well, it's only been 4 months, brother, but it was a few swap outs that needed to be done. So I was looking at Crawford above Usyk, and I'm like, I don't know. I think Usyk take the crown. Then I'm looking at Better Beef above Bivol, and I'm like, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I figured Agent 007 says, fire list. I appreciate that, brother. Honorable mention of Boots beat Stanionis. I agree. If Boots beats Stanionis, it becomes unified. You know what I mean? He gets the WBA, the IBF, and the motherfucking Ring Magazine belt. Hey, man. He's definitely your honorable mention. Bud goes up if he beats Canelo. If Bud beats Canelo in September, bro, I think that number one spot gonna be locked in for him. I don't know. That's something different, bro. Like I know what Usyk did was phenomenal, and he was undersized, and he beat some giants, and Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury being on your resume, that's crazy. But Bud going up basically 3 weight classes and beating Canelo, he got to beat William Skull first. But, it's going to be for all the belts too, and that he become undisputed in the 3rd division? Nah, this is different. I don't think Usyk could do anything to counteract that. I don't think anybody on this list could do anything to counteract that, bro. Like, there's nothing nobody on this list could do that's better than that. Like, the only way, like anyway, let's say anyway move up to 30 and beat Tank. That'd be like the only way. I'm like, oh, this is a bad motherfucker. But even then, nah. Canelo more accomplished. He a bigger deal than Tank. Shit. I'm sorry. Ain't no counteracting that. You can't outdo that. But it goes to show you how damn near impossible this shit is. But if anybody could do it, Bud could do it, right? Ain't that right, y'all? Canelo over Tank in terms of resume, and I don't think from the skill set department, honestly. Canelo got skills though. I just think that Tank has more ability, like more athleticism, quicker in terms of like, reflexes, twitch muscles, and shit like that. But Canelo, more experience, good timing. I think Tank is more skilled than Canelo, but Canelo is more accomplished. Took more chances. Way better resume. Tank probably got the best. Canelo probably got the best resume in boxing right now. Yeah, Canelo got slow feet, but you know what's crazy? He made up for it with his upper body movement. Especially when he was at 160. I think Canelo was his best at 160. Like how the way he was making Daniel Jacobs miss and all that shit. Like his defensive awareness was just crazy. His stamina was a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like I think 68 took away from his conditioning because I don't think he had to train as hard to cut the weight. But he said Canelo didn't fight Rolly or Lamont, Hector Garcia, upper body, copy Floyd. Canelo was definitely a slippery motherfucker, bro. But 68, he adopted like a high guard, pressure fighter role. Canelo at 60 and 54, he had fast hands, combination punching. He had he can make you miss. I seen that man. I seen when he fought Alfred Angulo, he was rolling shit off the shoulder, and he was a lot more. He uses skills a lot more. You know what I'm saying? He had the Mexican style to him, but he also was crafty. He had a little bit of everything. 68, he just became a walk to you, hands up, rip you to the body, hooks, punching the shoulders, punching the arms. At 54 or 60, he had more sauce to him. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's too lazy, but hit hard at 168. Think he hit harder at 68? I seen him really knock niggas out cold at 54. I seen what he did to Carlos Baldomir. I seen what he did to James Kirkland. Amir Khan, but that's Amir Khan. You know what I mean? I seen him really spark shit at 54. At 68, I just seen him like brutalize bigger dudes. The only one I really seen him like really put out for real was Caleb Plant. He would drop niggas at 68, but he couldn't finish them at 54. He was sparking shit, and niggas wasn't getting up. I watched Canelo beat the shit out of Josecito Lopez like a month ago, bro. I was cracking the fuck up, bro. I was like, why would they do that to Josecito, bro? Why y'all do that? They know he ain't standing a chance in hell. Conor Canelo was at, it was at, they called it Canelo weight, 155. Yep. So technically that's a middleweight contest if we being honest. Anything above 54 is middleweight until you pass 160. Well, he didn't knock out Callum Smith, did he? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. He stopped Billy Joe Saunders, though. He broke his orbital. Callum Smith, didn't Callum make it to the cards? I'm tripping. I know he tore it. I think he fucked his bicep up when he punched him in the shoulder. He punched him in like his bicep, and I think he tore it, but he didn't stop him. He stopped Billy Joe, though. They stopped it in the corner. He broke his orbital and pretty much retired Billy Joe. You know what I mean? The only nigga he really knocked out for real was Caleb Plant. They made a Canelo weight. Yeah, because I think 54 was a little bit too much was taking a lot from him. He outgrew the weight, but I don't think he was really, I think he was really taking his time with 60. I ain't gonna lie, I think he was trying to avoid Triple G momentarily. I think they forced him. Bivol ended the hype. Bivol definitely put belt the ass on Canelo, though. That was a crazy day, bro. Berlanga fight week. We can't even say Berlanga fight week because he's not even headlining the card. You know what I'm saying? This Amo Williams fight week. Let me take this shit down. Yeah, bro. It's Amo Williams fight week. Coffee. He not headlining the card. The superstar. You know what I mean? The superstar Edgar Berlanga. Let me play this video that they just put up, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like let me put up this video that Edgar Berlanga put up. You could tell it's fight week too. Look how sunken in his face is.
Let's start off with Caleb Plant. Trash. Hardly even gear. Trash. Diego Pacheco. Super trash.
You know what's crazy? All three of them niggas will whoop Berlanga ass. That's what's funny, especially Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? But anyways.
William Skull. Dirt. Christian Mbili. Trash. Canelo Alvarez. Legend. Jonathan.
God damn, you still eating that nigga dick up after he done beat your ass, put you on the canvas, and all this shit. The only nigga you got respect for is Canelo. That's fucking wild. And the shit that you talking about, my nigga, every nigga that they done mentioned, I think the only nigga you might have a chance against is Skull, based off of what I've seen. But I don't even know. You probably won't even touch him. He probably boxed the shit out you. I don't know. But it's funny.
Gonzalez Ortiz. Legend. Hello, is that? Nah, trash. And finally, Edgar Berlanga. Super legend. Let's start off.
Super legend. Nigga, who told you that? Fat Joe? Did Fat Joe tell you a legend, nigga? What you the legend of? Your motherfucking neighborhood, nigga? What you the legend of? Your boxing gym, nigga? Like, what is you the legend of? What is you the legend of? You the legend of your household, nigga? Because you fought on TV before? I'm trying to figure out what you the legend of, because you ain't no legend in boxing, nigga. I'm trying to figure out What you talking about? Because when I'm talking about legend shit, I get at the Canelo. Canelo a legend. Manny Pacquiao a legend. Floyd a legend. You know what I'm saying? Miguel Cotto, he a legend. Tito Trinidad, he a legend. James Toney, he a legend. Roy a legend. Bernard a legend. Oscar a legend. What nigga? What is we talking about? Edgar Berlanga beat how many champions? How many world titles has he gotten? Like, what is we talking about? What's the definition of a legend? And it's good that you think of yourself highly, but at the same time, you gotta be realistic about, you know, these neighbors loud as shit, bro. But and then when I'm loud, they want fat bitch gonna come knock on my door. But it's 12 in the morning, your daughter's still out here yelling and all this shit. Now, if I knock on your door and tell your fat ass to pipe down, I'll be wrong, right? I can't wait for these dirty ass people to leave their house, their crib. Always, the stank from their apartment be radiating through their door. So I know they dirty, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you could tell Shorty like rolled her eyes at me one time because I was mopping the hallway. Like, bitch, I actually care about the place that I live being clean. You should learn something. Your dirty ass should learn something, bitch. I already know you don't love yourself. That's why you be walking around with that dark ass neck and all this discoloration on your kneecaps and shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you knew how to wipe your ass the right way, you know what I mean, get on that motherfucking treadmill and love yourself, you know what I mean, you probably would appreciate what I was doing. But anyways, Edgar's still a prospect in my opinion. I'm fine with him being on the undercard. I mean, me too. You know, I'm just trolling Edgar to be honest with you, man, because he keep going around talking about how he this nigga just said he a super legend. This nigga said super legend. And then he was calling himself a star and all this shit. You fight Canelo on a pay-per-view, you act like your shit don't stink. And then you on Amo Williams undercard with that. And you talking about you this Puerto Rican star, you waving this Puerto Rican flag. They making you fight in Florida with the most Puerto Ricans in the entire country. And you under non-Puerto Ricans undercard in Florida. Amo Williams, bro. In my opinion, Edgar more popular than Amo Williams. I think he's more known. I think he might put more asses in the seats than Amo Williams. But Eddie don't care. You still on the undercard, brother. Yeah, bro. Edgar was so happy he didn't get knocked out. He wanted to be celebrated. Crazy. Let's run this shit back one more time, bro.
Caleb Plant, trash. Jaime Munguia, trash. Diego Pacheco, super trash. William Skull, dirt. Christian Mbili, trash. Canelo Alvarez, legend. Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz, legend. No, is that? Nah, trash. And finally, Edgar Berlanga, super legend. Let's start off with Caleb.
Edgar Berlanga, delusional. Loser. Delusional. Dickhead. This nigga who he called dirt? William Skull, nigga, he a champion, regardless of what you say, nigga. Got more world titles than your stupid ass. Tighten up, nigga. He said, from what I heard, Edgar isn't happy with it, but Eddie did because Berlanga didn't re-sign with him. Hey, man, that come with that. That's politics for you. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Top Rank, when they knew you wasn't going to resign with them or you was giving them a tough time, they had you fighting on a Thursday. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's repercussions for not cooperating. I'm about to put all this money behind you. I got you the Canelo. I invested into you. I got you the Canelo fight, and you don't want to resign with me? All right, cool. Take this undercard, nigga. You better be at the arena at 5 p.m. Not 7, bitch. 5 p.m. Fuck is you talking about? Dumbass. I done made you rich, nigga. You was at top rank making crumbs. I got you a fight or two and then got you in with the biggest fight of your life with Canelo Alvarez. And your stupid ass won't leave me? If I got you the biggest fight of your career and set you up, I got you. Shit, Berlanga probably touched the mill. He probably touched the mill. Probably came home with a mill. I don't know how much he got paid, but he probably came home with a mill. And you never won a world title. You never beat anybody, nigga. We put you in position to be a cherry for Canelo to pick, and your bitch ass don't want to come back. All right, take this undercard, nigga. You know what? Come at 4:30, nigga, because you probably gonna fight at 8. If I was Eddie, I'd have made that nigga the opening bout. Fuck you talking about? I'd have had that nigga on the prelims. Damn, what happened to Berlanga, man? Yeah, man, he just fought at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, man. He was on the prelims. Damn. That nigga lost to Canelo. He on the prelims? Yeah, man. Bro, top rank do that. They found out Shakur wasn't staying. They like, all right, nigga, take this Thursday, nigga. I think they did the TO too. Yeah, T.O. fighting on a Thursday because he was talking about top rank don't pay, and he was talking all this shit about, oh, okay. Yeah, nigga. But they was putting on pay-per-views they knew he wasn't going to sell. And then when he didn't sell, they was like, oh, man, we losing money on Bud. That's what they do. When they know you going to leave, bro, they going to try to destroy you in the ring or outside of the ring. If they can't put an L on your record, they gonna make sure your stock take a hit some way, somehow. Oh, look at all these empty seats. Nigga, he's fighting on a Thursday. Niggas gotta go to work tomorrow. What is we talking about? They can never call Boots a prospect because he a world champion. It's prospect, contender, world champion. You can't call Boots a contender. You can't call Boots a prospect. That man is a world champion. So anybody that calls Boots a prospect is an idiot and don't know what they talking about. Edgar ain't fight. Bro, Edgar Berlanga been spoon-fed his whole career, bro. Top Rank was keeping that nigga in New York because he was selling tickets out the ass over there. You know what I mean? Fat Joe kept walking him out, playing the same song. Lean back. Lean back. That nigga lean back for like 5 years straight. Lean back. Come on. Don't dance. Just pull up the pants and do the rock away. And lean back. Lean back. Lean back. Lean back. Bro, that nigga Fat Joe played the same song when Edgar fought in Philly. I'm like, God damn, Fat Joe got all these different bangers, and y'all niggas keep playing the same shit. God damn, it's like, and they waving the Puerto Rican flag. Like, nigga, try to get Bad Bunny, try to get Mike Towers, try to get one of them niggas. Why you keep bringing Fat Joe bald head ass around? Spotlight shining off of his fucking clean ass scalp. Nigga, ain't nobody trying to see that nigga all the time. Pack his fat ass up out of here. Get Joey Crack up out of here, cuz. Stop it. Y'all niggas been leaning back for 5 years since this nigga made his pro debut. All y'all niggas been doing was leaning back. How about y'all lean back into a fucking actual fighter? Nigga, why don't you lean back into a fucking 50-50 fight, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? Stupid. StreamYard on all nut shit. Like, what is we talking about? Shit makes 0 sense. And you know, Fat Joe, Fat Joe, he gonna be Fat Joe, I got one of your favorite fighters. Oh yeah, you a cornball. Now I really don't like you. I already didn't like you. Now I really don't like you. Yo, keep y'all wrenches sharp, dog, in case StreamYard say some goofy shit. I'm gonna say some stupid shit. But like I said, Edgar Berlanga been spoon fed his whole career. They never tried, they knew he was selling tickets, so they tried to keep him undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And he was getting all these first round knockouts. Oh my God. First round. Oh, he has 14 first round knockouts. Then when he fought a nigga with a little bit of skill or experience, he struggled with them. Yeah, like I never heard. That's the first time I ever heard somebody say Edgar Berlanga, one of my favorites. I never heard that shit. I never heard that shit in my life. That's a first. Like that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like that shit kind of surprised me right there. Yeah, Coceres put that nigga on his back pockets. Had that nigga Berlanga banging his gloves with his head on the canvas. Man, nigga, go ahead, bro. I mean, Edgar Berlanga, one of your favorites. I ain't gonna shit on you for that, but that is crazy though. Yeah, it is your preference. That's your prerogative. Like you prefer to act like a fucking duck on a YouTube platform. Like you prefer to act like a streaming service. Like there's a lot of things. There's a lot of weird shit that you prefer, StreamYard. You know what I mean? That's your prerogative. Xander better than yeah. Xander is way better than Edgar Berlanga. Way better. If you're a representative from the company, send me an email at mazumaboxing5@gmail.com and send me one of them promo codes so I can get a discount on my monthly subscription. Because if you're a representative of StreamYard, I'm sure you got them perks. Okay, we'll see. Bet you I don't get no email. Full of shit. Agent 007 says that says a lot of a person if your favorite Edgar, if your favorite fighter is Edgar. Shit. I'm trying not to judge. Hey man, look, Edgar Berlanga, yo man, Xander ain't got no fat Joe in his corner, man. Xander been walking straight to the ring. He ain't have to lean back and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had them privileges that Edgar had. You feel me? I mean, like he ain't had no fat Joe to lean back on. He had to keep his posture straight and walk his ass to that ring. I mean, he ain't had it. He ain't had the opportunities that Edgar had. If he had a fat Joe, man, Xander be world champion right now. Nigga, Edgar was hype as shit because I think Lil Wayne mentioned him. I think Lil Wayne mentioned him in like a tweet or something. Like, nigga, Lil Wayne is a dope fiend. That nigga got 3 dreads left on his head. Like, what is we talking about? Lil Wayne got 3 dreads. I counted them bitches the last time I seen him do an interview. That nigga cooked. Stop it. That wasn't no Carter 3 Lil Wayne that shouted you out. That nigga Lil Wayne somewhere in La La Land trying to freestyle. Big Soldier MX said Edgar fought nobody but before Anelo. Ryan fought nobody before Tank. Both cherry picks. Facts. Them A-side niggas saw a little publicity they was getting, noticed they was ass. So it was like, fuck it. We gonna rob the bank with this one. Tank did it with Ryan. He knew Ryan didn't have nothing for him. You know he ain't had no skills, but he seen he had a following. He cashed out on him. Same shit with Canelo. Oh, Canelo. Edgar. He got who the rapper? That motherfucker. Hey, he got a Fat Joe. Oh yeah. We take fight. We fight Fat Joe. We fight Edgar, but he gotta bring Fat Joe. That motherfucker, no, you motherfucker. Fat Joe motherfucker. You motherfucker. I make you lean back, motherfucker. You know what was crazy though, Ralph? You said, look, Ralph put this comment up. Ralph said, I know hardcore boxing fans made bank off of the casuals during the Ryan and Tank fight. But you know what would be crazy? I seen hardcore boxing fans feeding into the hype that the casual boxing fans was putting out there. I'm hearing hardcore boxing fans talking about how Ryan gonna beat Tank. I'm like, nigga, how? Oh man, he got that left hook. I said, yo, you think Tank not gonna expect that, bro? As scary as Tank is, that nigga be watching everybody, every move. And then when I heard how the way Tank was breaking down Ryan's style, I'm like, bro, this nigga watching film. He's not Tank too smart for this nigga. Oh man, all it takes is one punch. I'm hearing hardcore boxing. What, nigga? Actual pro fighters telling me that, oh, all it takes is one punch. I said, nigga, Tank got that one punch. The fuck is you talking about? MazumaBoxing5@gmail.com. Watch him send some bullshit. As soon as he sends some bullshit, smack this nigga with the wrench. I'm gonna get the notification right on my phone. So choose wisely, nigga. As a matter of fact, if you don't send me an email, I'm gonna hit you with the wrench. How about that? If you don't send me the email, I'm gonna hit you with the wrench. And if it's a bullshit email, I'm gonna hit you with the wrench. Yeah. You ain't no damn representative of StreamYard. Cat. At least Edgar not a drug cheat. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. Nobody should be. I'm not gonna give him credit for not being a drug cheat. That's like giving a high school kid credit for doing his homework. Nigga, that's what you're supposed to do. At least I did my homework. Nigga, you're supposed to do that. That's what's required of you. As a professional athlete, it's required of you to not take performance enhancement drugs. That's why you get penalized if you choose to do so. Or at least you're supposed to get punished. I don't know. Some people get away with it. I don't know. I should be after this email. Okay. I'll take yeah, G-Bo. I'll take care of my kids. Nigga, that's what you supposed to do. The fuck is you talking about? Niggas ain't getting pat on the backs for doing what they supposed to do. At least I pay him. I mean, the nigga, at least I could pay his bills. Fuck. One thing about Edgar though, but no, like all jokes aside, like no, but like for real though, that nigga Edgar pay his taxes though, man. Man, the way that nigga pay his taxes, man. Nigga's dumb. Didn't take a knee against Canelo. What you talking about? He got put on his ass by Canelo. He got put on his ass. Got hit with a mean ass hook. Bing. What you referring to? Jermel Charlo? Jermel Charlo took a knee. Nigga got hit right in his forehead. Bang. Nigga was dizzy. He took a knee real quick. What if Edgar loses to the dude he about to fight? Shit, Eddie should throw a party. Ryan and Edgar both goofy. Yeah. I fuck with Edgar more than Ryan though. I ain't never heard Edgar say no racist shit. I ain't never heard of that man failing the drug test. You know what I mean? He a clown. But Ryan worse than a clown in my eyes. Party at Mark's Care. What you talking about? We don't never had no parties here. We don't do that party and shit. I don't even like liquor in my crib. Only person that drink liquor in my crib is my girl. And if she brings some friends over, whatever. Ain't none of my niggas coming in here drinking. None of that. That's how I like, you hear this? That's how I like my crib. Anonymous says, this is going to be the last question, yo. Anonymous says, yo, Mark, what you think about the WBO ordering Usyk Parker? I mean, I feel like that's exactly what they should do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Usyk is attempting to do his last 2 fights of his career. And he said that he's done with it. He said he's doing 2 more fights. I think Joseph Parker is, I think he's very deserving of a shot against Alexander Usyk, man. You know what I'm saying? Wilder, Zhang. Come on. Martin Bacoli. I know he caught Bacoli at a bad time, but Bacoli decided to get in there, so it's all fair game, right? I think he's one of the most deserving people, in all honesty, to get this shot at Alexander Usyk. So I agree with it. And hopefully Alexander Usyk and Parker fight each other. I think he's deserving of it. Now, does he beat Usyk? I don't believe so. But I think that he's the strongest candidate possible, if we being honest. Because, Daniel Dubois, you can make a case for him, but, he already had an opportunity at Usyk. We never seen Joseph Parker get an opportunity at Usyk, not yet at least. So why not have it be Joseph Parker for one of the last fights, and then he could rematch Daniel Dubois at the end. You know what I'm saying? And he could walk away from the sport regardless of how the way he turns out. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Parker, boom, get that out the way if you're able to beat him. Daniel Dubois, who, made a strong comeback as well. Unfortunately, Parker and Daniel couldn't fight each other. So, because Dubois got sick, but Joseph Parker still came out victorious against a solid name. Give him that opportunity. Give him that opportunity. I love it. I think you can't say he don't deserve it. You feel what I'm saying? Based off of what he's done, you can't say that he don't deserve it. This man been through his highs. He was champion before. He had his lows. He done been knocked out. He done lost, big fights and lost his titles. Yo, he came back with a vengeance, bro. And he on a run right now. Give that man his just due. Give him the opportunity. And if he could fight Daniel Dubois for the IBF, this is Usyk I'm talking about. He could fight Dubois for the IBF and become undisputed before he walk out the door, 3-time undisputed. How else would you want to end your career? I was about to say, I thought Agent 007 was calling it an ass fight, but he said fire emoji, fire ass fight, something new for Usyk at least. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He beat Wilder, regardless of what version we believe we seen of Wilder in there. He beat him, man. He beat that man. Gotta give him his credit for that. Beat Zhang, who is very dangerous, still dangerous to this day. Beatable, but dangerous. Came off the canvas twice, I believe. Weathered the storm. Still focused. And outboxed the man. That speaks volumes about Joseph Parker and his character. He won't take no for an answer. You got to respect that. He could have easily bowed out and quit like a lot of these dudes do, like Nicholas Walters do. You feel what I'm saying? He chose not to. He stood in the fight and got that shit in and left with the dub. Got to respect that. Then he just got rid of Martin Bacoli. Martin Bacoli didn't belong in there with him. He wasn't prepared properly. You know what I'm saying? I think if Bacoli would have had a camp, this would have went a little bit different. But the reality is, he didn't have a camp. He still chose to get in there. He said he didn't want to let Turkey down, so he got knocked out trying to appease another man. It is what it is. I don't feel bad for him. That's part of the sport. Because if Bacoli would have sparked Joseph Parker with that uppercut he hurt him with, then we would have been giving Bacoli all the praise in the world. So we should give Joseph Parker his credit for defeating that man. He ain't had to get in there. He could have easily said no and still focus on the FA fight. He chose not to. He a grown man. He make his own decisions. He gotta live with it. Made your bed, you gotta lay in it. Bacoli gonna have to come back. I heard he is. I think he still fight. Is he still fighting FA? I don't know. Yeah, it ain't like Bacoli got knocked out for free. That nigga got paid. That man got his own fucking bar/club over there at the Congo, and this nigga's in the middle of building a mall in the Congo. Trust me. He ain't tripping. And trust me, he not tripping, bro. Yeah, I mean, however much bread he got, imagine how much money that is in the Congo, bro. That boy living like a king over there. Yeah, that FA Ajagba fight not listed on BoxRec. That might have got it taken away from him. I ain't gonna lie to you. They're saying they got rescheduled for May 3rd in Riyadh. So we'll see. I mean, Turkey owe him that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not into like saying niggas owe other niggas shit, but man, he pretty much sacrificed himself to appease that man Turkey. Turkey owe him. You know what I'm saying? Because we had Kid Schofield pull out. Daniel Dubois would have pulled out, and they didn't have the proper opponent necessary, bro. People would have been talking shit about the card, and that shit probably would have went to ruin, even though there was still some good fights. You know what I'm saying? But Bacoli, he added a little excitement to the mix when he came on 24 hours notice and had everybody, excited and speculating what was going to happen and shit like that. So he owed that, man, for sure. Was Sean Porter ever on the pound-for-pound list? Not necessarily, because he lost. I mean, he lost basically all his biggest fights. Thurman lost. Spence lost. Crawford lost. The best win is like Danny Garcia, and I thought Danny beat him. If we being honest, I thought Danny beat him. And no, I don't think he beat him because he from Philly and I'm from Philly, and nah. I don't even fuck with Danny all like that. Never was a big Danny fan. You know what I mean? Like, who was his best win? Paulie Malignaggi, Adrian Broner, and then like Devin Alexander. Like, come on, man. Sean Porter, he always found a way to win a world title. He was always a top guy, but he never could beat the guys. You know what I mean? He lost to Kel. That was also another big fight he had. He lost to Kel. AB hit him with a hook and put him on his ass. I remember that. I was in Chicago at that time. I remember I was watching that shit. I was in Chicago spending time with my aunt and shit. And I was like, damn, there's a fight going on. So I went and I tuned in and I was watching it. That nigga, Sean Porter, was bullying the shit out of Broner in that ring. Broner ain't know what to do. You know what I mean? Sean Porter was a hell of an amateur from what I heard. Like, they couldn't figure him out in them 3 rounds. He was a dog, but the pros, that style ain't really translate over too well when he went in there with like an upper echelon fighter. They always seem to figure him out, or you know, oh, smarty. I thought Ugas beat Porter too. We being honest. I thought I don't know, bro. I don't know. I thought Ugas beat him too, bro. And I remember a lot of people saying that too. I remember I was driving as I was watching it. And then I pulled over and I was like, hold up, this nigga Ugas giving Porter work. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, yo, I think this nigga just won this fight. Nah. Man, what happened? Is Porter versus Ray Jackson real? I don't know, bro. Who fucking knows? I don't even know if Ray Jackson a real person. Has anybody ever seen a video of the nigga? Has anybody ever seen a picture of the nigga besides his profile pic? How do we know that nigga's a real nigga, bro? Does anybody know him? Has he ever done a video? Let me know. I like to fight Ray Jackson. Sign on. Let me start talking shit. He took a couple pictures before. Okay, so this. All right. It's good to know that he's a real person. But like the nigga, I never seen no videos of the nigga, nothing. Never seen him go live. Like, how we know he gonna show up? That'd be funny as shit. He sent the picture to Crawford. He was challenging to a fight on Twitter. This nigga wildin'. He did a video of him driving. Oh, word. Them forklift drivers be getting paid though, cuz I heard about it. They get their certification. Them niggas be making like 30 an hour, which is a lot for the average motherfucker. This nigga still out here still making 10.50 an hour, 15 an hour, 18 an hour. You feel what I'm saying? So if you making 30, you get into some good bread. But how we know he gonna show up and he like is he really gonna box Sean Porter? Like, is he really gonna box Sean Porter? I doubt it. And if he do, he probably gonna get folded up. Ain't no maybe. If he box Sean Porter, he gonna get folded up. He probably don't. He probably one of them niggas that don't mind getting embarrassed for a check. So he probably would do that shit. I don't know. If I know I'm sparring Sean Porter, bro, I'm gonna try my best, bro. I'm gonna have to get in the best shape possible. Damn, that's a nightmare. That style is a nightmare to deal with, bro. Especially if you're not experiencing the pros. Porter athletic. He can be explosive, that in and out movement. He awkward as fuck, fight ugly. Bro, he low key, Porter low key dirty too. Low key a dirty fighter. I heard Sean Porter's story about his sparring session with Boots. He made that shit a little, you know what I mean? I heard he got his ass whooped for real. I heard he got his ass whooped for real though. Like he was just making it seem like Boots only landed like a good shot to the forehead, and then he said he got hit with a good body shot. That ain't what I heard. I heard that happened. That was true. But you left a lot out of the you left out a lot of details, brother. And y'all only did 3 rounds. So, but I mean, you retired. I mean, I ain't gonna shit on you for getting beat up by Boots. Boots and Kent, you not. So That's why you only did 3 rounds. I mean, it's not far-fetched to say that Boots will whoop Porter ass right now. I don't think that's far-fetched at all. He left boxing alone as soon as he got stopped by Crawford. He retired right away. Prime Porter versus Boots. It's a good fight. I think Boots beats him. I think he'll have a cleaner, more, harder shots. But Porter will make it difficult like he do for everybody. Porter be doing just enough to lose, bro. Real shit. Like he do just enough to lose. Porter gave love to Boots. Yeah, but he been low-key hating on Boots on and off for a minute now. I mean, he called him overrated a couple times. And just most recently against Karen, he's like, yeah, Boots is overrated. All right, Boots whooped your ass, nigga, so now what? He's still overrated? I don't know. But all right, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. Hold up real quick. Oh, all right. I seen I got an email, but, not no real shit. Ain't no real shit, of course. Niggas be capping. But anyways, y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow night. Be on the lookout for that. Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace. And no, Coffee, he did not send an email. Peace.